Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube, where I'm joined by Conor today, and we're going to be previewing Tottenham and Leicester. Big game, quarter to eight, kick-off on Saturday. Conor, obviously Tottenham and Leicester coming into these games with victories under their belts. How important is that coming into this game?
Well, Tottenham don't, because they lost against Arsenal.
Tottenham lost against Arsenal. How can I forget?
They were 2-1 up at half-time, so if you turn the game off at half-time, you were winning at that point.
I expect them to win in the week. Let's go off that one.
Yeah. But Leicester certainly, they're in tremendous form at the moment, especially with what's happened recently at the football club with the unfortunate passing of Vichai a couple of weeks ago, and certainly managed to turn things around for them in form-wise, and they'll be hoping that they'll be able to continue on things going with their ambitions of trying to finish off in a European spot come the end of the season. As Tottenham, on the other hand, kind of lost a little bit of ground really after that good performance against Chelsea the week before. Losing 4-2 against Arsenal after being 2-1 up at half-time is not really the best situation for them to be in. But they'll be keeping their fingers crossed that they can rejuvenate their form, because they've had a lot of promising players play well so far this season, like Sissoko and Lamela doing well, and Lucas Moura as well. But we'll have to wait and see really as to what kind of Tottenham side we're going to get, really, because it's still too early to call for their sakes. I don't think they'll be in the title hunt, but I think definitely a top four finish is still within reach for this Tottenham side.
So we're looking at Leicester City. Obviously, Jamie Vardy scored in the last couple of games, and he's had that long drought, and it was good for him to score against Brighton with the penalty the other day. And then obviously, you look at James Maddison. He signed from Norwich in the summer, and obviously there was a lot of clubs looking at him. There's about 5 or 6 different clubs looking at him, and Leicester City won that race. How much of a coup has he been for Leicester?
Well, Maddison's been a great player. Missed the Watford game because of the sending off against Brighton for the horrendous dive that you wouldn't even see on Splash. So we'll have to hope that that's taken out of his game. But that is the only shortcomings really of his game, because overall he's been absolutely fantastic. Very close to an England call-up quite recently too. But he's definitely a player that Leicester will have difficulty to hang on to if they don't make the European spots, because a lot of players do get snagged away from football clubs like Leicester, and we've already seen it happen this summer with Riyad Mahrez making his way to City, Harry Maguire almost getting snapped up by United. So it'll be definitely one that Leicester will be looking to build around over the next couple of seasons. A player like Maddison, as Jamie Vardy eventually winds down and calls it a day on his career. But yeah, Maddison definitely one of the best buys of the summer for Leicester, and has certainly made the transition from Mahrez to the future a very easy one. Maddison's been able to fill that role in nicely to help out Jamie Vardy when it comes to the attacking positions on the field for Leicester.
So let's look at Tottenham Hotspur. We can't talk about Tottenham Hotspur without talking about that main man, Harry Kane. Obviously, there's been a lot made about his start to the season, whether really he's hit the heights of previous years. Do you agree with that statement, or do you think he's continuing the vein of form that he normally does?
I actually think he's been better this season than what he has from previous seasons, because there was that whole history book statistic that he fails to score in August in the Premier League, when actually he has done it this year for once finally. So he was able to kick things off before the first international break. So I think he's actually performing better. It's really the Tottenham's defence that's lacking a little bit at the moment. That is a bit down to an injury player at the football club, with Danny Rose and Trippier getting injured, Jan Vertonghen as well. So they haven't really been to full strength in that department, and that could be what's missing really for this Tottenham team to try and finish in the top four this season, especially with the changes around at goalkeeper as well, with Hugo Lloris having to take time off with a drink driving thing and an injury, Michel Vorm coming in and he's not really up to the same standard as the French goalkeeper. So I think for Tottenham, if they want to progress forward, they have to really solidify their defence a little bit more, have a bit more consistency in that front, because Kane's getting it done. The players around him are getting it done. They may have off weeks, they may have on weeks, like Dele Alli might be good one week, and then Christian Eriksen, Lucas Moura, Lamela, Sissoko, whatnot. It's mainly the defence, I think, that Tottenham need a bit more solidity. Once Trippier comes back, and once Jan Vertonghen comes back after that, horrendous double booking against Arsenal now, so he'll definitely be missing this game plus the one in midweek too. Depending depending on the appeal, but I don't think he'll be able to appeal that situation. But yeah, Tottenham's defence definitely needs sorting out, but I think Harry Kane's been pretty fine for me. Yeah.
So obviously, taking into account last game last season at Wembley, Tottenham beat Leicester 5-4, if memory serves me correctly. Can you see another 5-4, or what do you think the other score will be?
No,
season?
I don't see another 5-4, but actually there's been 7 or more goals in 2 out of the last 3 Tottenham versus Leicester fixtures. So if you're expecting a 7-goal thriller, then that might be a good one to put the bet down. But I don't think it's going to be 7. I don't think it's going to be 6. I don't think it's going to be 5. I don't think it's going to be 4. I think 3 goals max. I think out of this one, and I think because of the form that Leicester are in at the moment, I think they'll actually win this one 2-1. I think the defence is still very shaky for Tottenham, and I think, as you mentioned, the players like Jamie Vardy and Maddison will be able to take an advantage of that. And I think they'll still be able to pose a threat in terms of attacking. But I think it might be too much for them visiting away at King Power against a side like Leicester. I think Leicester will come out this one, top of this one 2-1.
Well, I was going to go for a 2-1 Tottenham win, but you make some very good points there. So that was our preview of Leicester and Tottenham. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.